Hi, guys. All right. So, Taurus, welcome back. Taurus, we're going to ask, what is somebody hungry for? Because animals are pretty good about being honest about what they're hungry for when they're hungry. So, let's go ahead and let's take a look at that animal instinct. Ooh, death card, rebirth, change, 5 of Swords. And we've got a howling lion here. Tiger. um, so Taurus is hungry for change. They're hungry for, um, I'm going to say, to have an end of conflict. And they also might be saying, I want to change and I actually want to put up better boundaries, better barriers. I want my life to be a little bit more like clean and pristine. And I don't want people coming in that like muddy the waters. This is like somebody is really ready for a total life overhaul. And I really think that if they've dealt with somebody who has been difficult, who has been stressing them out, I think that they really want that to change. Judgment, reflection, liberation, 10 of Cups, fortune and fulfillment. This Taurus this is like somebody who wakes up one morning and says, you know what? Life is supposed to be joyful, is not supposed to be a continual struggle and battle to deal with someone who doesn't want to like cooperate. So today is the last day that I deal with people that don't want to cooperate. If they don't want to cooperate, big deal. They're cut out of my life. I'm not asking them questions when all I'm going to get is flack. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to this could also be, though, Taurus is going to say to someone, I'm ready to just say, let's start all over again. Let's let bygones be bygones. Let's really and truly, if we want things to go smooth, if someone is on board with the same thought process that I have, which is I want life to be good, then that's it. We start fresh from this moment forward. It doesn't matter how many struggles we had in the past. Let's put those on the other side of the fence and let's just say this is where we go now. All we want is to be happy. So let's cooperate. Now, this could be that Taurus has to go ahead and put up boundaries with someone, though, who is not going to be part of this like progressive, happy perception that they have. But this Taurus is determined to live a happy life. I mean, like, they're starved for it. This is a Taurus who's probably been fed up for a long time. And they finally said, gosh darn it, you know what? The only person that's going to make life genuinely happy is me. So I'm completely like, I will allow people to get on board with me if they want the same thing. And if they don't, they're out. It's that simple. Nope, not dealing with you because you're not bringing happiness and joy into my life. You don't want happiness and joy. You want conflict. So take it someplace else. I just think that Taurus is just going to be very like, here's how we do. I like this. I like the this is not a Taurus who's like hostile and angry. This is somebody who says, every choice I'm making is for great happiness and satisfaction. And I am ready to truly hit a reset button and live my life with a whole different perception. This is a Taurus who's going to live their life in a whole different energy. So exciting. 3 of Pentacles, talent and recognition, and the 10 of Wands. This is it's a wonderful, wonderful vibe of letting go of anything that like made the Taurus feel like they had to live their life small. They're not going to do that anymore. They are very, and if they were ever worried, like, oh, will I be judged if I do choose to have a reset with maybe a particular person that I'd had a lot of, problems with, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that I live my life the way I want to. It doesn't matter if anybody judges me for whatever choice, because this could be Taurus having a brand new do-over with someone that they've already dealt with who caused them a lot of stress. And Taurus is literally saying, let's just start. Like, this could be somebody that they've already had a relationship with, they've had a child with. We see a baby elephant here. And it's like, remember why we got together in the first place before maybe we even had our baby together. Let's go back to that. Let's remember why we got together in the first place, and let's do that all over again. Let's date each other like it's the first time ever. Let's laugh. Let's enjoy each other. Let's not hold on to, this is almost like a memory wipe, like all the crap that maybe we dished out to each other, all of that stuff. Let's let it go and let's start fresh. Now, there is one caveat to this. If it's not possible, Taurus will let this go. That's what we see. All right. So obviously now I want to talk about the other person here, because if Taurus is this ready to start fresh, I mean, whoever is dealing with Taurus is so stinking lucky. It could be a Scorpio, just because we did have death and judgment, and both of those are Scorpio cards. I'm not taking any of those because it was way too many and it wasn't a shuffle as much as it was a slop fest on my part. Five of Swords. This person has been hostile toward the Taurus as well. They both of them have had a stalemate. They have had a stalemate. But what does that mean? Do they want to have a do-over also? Four of Cups, Nine of Cups in the reverse, but unity. So they're not as empowered as Taurus is, because they feel like they messed up somewhere along the lines, and they keep focusing on the disappointment. They keep focusing on how, there's been a lot that's gone wrong already. They may also be more prone to harboring hard feelings, and feel, unloved, or like, well, I'm not happy either. Taurus hasn't been making me happy. And yet they too have the desire for this unity. The only problem is, if somebody is, you can't say, well, I want to be happy, but you were mean and blah, 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 blah. And so basically, if this person is not going to be on board with actually having a new beginning, then they're sabotaging it. And Taurus will not. They won't have any problem cutting this person out. If this person does not genuinely want to, we got Temperance in the reverse. I kind of feel, okay, I'm going to be super blunt here. I'm going to be super rude. I kind of feel like this person is like, they always look for the negative. And if anything goes wrong, they hold on to it, instead of being like, yeah, stuff goes wrong all the time. That's life. No, we're not always, completely happy. There's mistakes that we make, that other people make. And that doesn't, but we can't sit there and say, well, oh, I'm going to hold on to those mistakes, but I want to be happy. You can't say both things, because you're rejecting the happiness that you profess to desire. No, I want this, but this is really awful, but I want this. Then let it go if you're not going to actually get on board to fix it, is what I would say with this. Temperance in the reverse, they still are not, why is this person so, Taurus is so, like, Taurus is at that point where either this person is going to be on board with them, and Taurus will give them all of their happiness and will strive to be really good together, or Taurus will cut them loose. And this person has seemed to be kind of like a sour energy. Again, they want a 10 of Pentacles. They say that they want to give a whole lot, but they don't see it very fair, at least from what I can see. They don't see that this is, with the Temperance in the reverse, that's not somebody who's being fair about stuff. Two of Cups in the reverse. This person they're all over the place. And I think the original issue is the Five of Swords. Let's go back to that Five of Swords that they have. This person is a stubborn. We got a Queen of Swords, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They could be. This person, I think, always looks at stuff like, well, I didn't do anything wrong. And they keep a chip on their shoulder about it. Somehow they think it all out in their head, and they only see one side of it. And then they keep this really ice cold boundary. They could just be ice cold. They could actually be somebody that's not really, they don't process like emotions. Everything is all about the logic, and they go, well, yeah, I mean, we were together, and then we started to have these problems. And no matter what else happens, I'll always say, yeah, but then we had those problems. It doesn't matter if it was 10 years in the past that some problems arose. They'll still bring it back up. And, oh, but see, there were these problems that we had. And that still seems to be like maybe they even had like in their mind, if anything goes wrong at all, that's always the thing that they remember. This could be the person where you go to a restaurant and 9 times it's amazing. Then one time you go in the restaurant, it's just an off night and you get a sucky plate of food. They will only remember that one time there's a sucky plate of food. And every time they go to that restaurant, they'll bring up that one sucky, meal, instead of like, oh, so glad you guys are here. Like they're going to be the person who just this is what they focus on, is that one time when I didn't get my meal perfect. They annoy me. I'm not going to lie. I probably am showing that I'm annoyed with this character only because I'm like, you want all this happiness, but you're your own obstacle to it because you're not actually fair and balanced, but you want unity. You want everything to be wonderful, but you aren't actually giving equally, with that Two of Cups in the reverse as well. You're not giving equally. Okay, so remember, these are fictional stories. Yes, I do. I hold my characters very accountable. Nine of Swords. I feel like this person has an awful lot of maybe it is just stress. Maybe they don't handle stress very well, and life, unfortunately, is full of stress. And finding a way to communicate with a partner and deal with stressful situations is a grown-up thing that we all got to do. And I almost wonder if this person, if anything goes wrong, they get so rattled, and then all they remember is like, that really shook me up. And so they live always in the worry of like, well, we can't just start fresh and have happiness because we could have a problem because one time we did. We can't just go to that restaurant and think it's going to be a great meal because one time we didn't, and I'm so worried that I might get another bad plate of food. It's like that kind of energy. It's just very pessimistic. So universe, help me out, because as you can see, I've lost patience with this character because I'm kind of like, why when life can be so good, why would we focus on it not being amazing? Universe, help me see this character. Prince of Cups, Princess of Swords. Their vision of love could be different. They, for whatever reason, whatever offer they make of love, they may need it to be like highly celebrated for them to feel really good. What makes them feel safe is very different than what Taurus feels safe in. They may need extra support and extra, and I shouldn't say extra. It's just, let's think of it as like we all have different things that we need to be reassured. So if they make some kind of gesture, however big or however small, they may really need to be told, that was amazing. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, that totally warmed my heart. You're fantastic. I can see how much you care about me. Like, that could be an awful lot of prop up that they seem to need, and they may have an overblown idea of what their actions of love are, because a knight is not a king's action. A knight is substantially less than a king's energy, but they may think that that is enough to put forth, and maybe it hasn't been enough. And that's something that they also need to understand about themselves, that they may have like an overblown idea of what they do. And they also may need to stop and think, are they actually, they can talk about like, oh, but we've had some problems, and I just worry that we're going to have more problems. And the universe here would say, well, have you actually put an effort to get things, to be better? Okay, universe, what have we got for Taurus over here? I'm sorry, this is not a super uplifting one. This is kind of one of those situations where it's like, for these two to get on the same page, we're fighting for it still. This is not a like, oh, this is impossible. But for Taurus, okay, Wheel of Fortune is here. This is like, Taurus is spot on with saying, I want to be happy. I have lost time being unhappy. You notice that my baby ate this card badly when he was little. But this is the Wheel of Fortune. Taurus is totally on like this other side of the hump. Like, Taurus is going to be super happy. Things are changing for them. Taurus are going to feel more lighthearted. It's going to be more fun. It doesn't even matter. And Six of Sacred Circles, Taurus is going to have an amazing life. Whether this person gets on board with the Taurus or not, Taurus is going to be fun, lighthearted. They are going to be very much about the positive things in life. They are going to be about fulfillment. They are going to be about happiness. I don't know if it's going to be with this person or not. Universe, can we see anything about these two together? Well, we got two tens, a 10 of Wands and a 10 of Cups. There is a chance for these two to actually have all that happiness together. It does look like there is something that Taurus's, partner needs to contemplate about themselves, about, are they actually putting forth effort? Because Taurus is all about it. Like, I'm going to give us a shot. I'm really going to pour energy into this. I really want to be happy. And they still seem like scared, but what if Taurus gets disappointed in me? And at some point, the universe is saying, if they actually do want the unity that they say they want, I think at the heart of this, I think that they're worried all the time that Taurus doesn't really want them because there have been problems in the past. I think that's what it boils down to. And I think this is like, if they put forth any effort at all to showing that they want this too, I think that this can turn around. This whole thing can get turned around. I think that everybody got rattled, everybody got nervous, everybody um you know, it's like there were problems and then the problems got bigger and bigger and bigger because when there's disappointment, I think that this person takes it and goes, "Oh, well, now that there's been a problem, that will never not have experienced that." So they just made that the focal point of their mind, but they want the unity. They want it back too. They want the Taurus maybe to look at them the way Taurus did long, long, long time ago. They want that back. It's just that this person tends to undermine things, but they want stability badly. Stability and reassurance, I think, is what this character desires. Taurus wants happiness. And the universe says, in one respect, it's interesting because Taurus is actually the stronger of the two characters for the decisive energy and the power. And I just say that because they kept coming out with, more like major arcana. So that's stronger messages to me. And this person seems to, you know, even in the way they love, it comes across as a knight's energy. I almost feel like this person is not quite as confident. I think Taurus is a very confident person, but I think if these two love each other, and if we can just get beyond the nervousness that, oh my gosh, what if Taurus, gets disappointed in me again and then they don't want me? I think that's their underlying fear, is that Taurus doesn't really want them. And that is that becomes this huge thought in their mind that sabotages stuff. But it does look like if these two can get on the same page, and if they both learn, like, make an effort, like Taurus is saying, like, make the effort. It doesn't matter even if it's a night's effort. Show me that you care about me. I want to work on this. I want us to be successful and happy together. If they can get over their fears and jitters and actually put forth that effort and understand that that's really what the Taurus wants too, is like, show me that you care and I'm showing you that I want to be here too, we could get beyond this. There's a great hope for this duo. There really is. It's just the nervousness has to settle down, is what it looks like. All right, I don't know if I've explained that very well because I was like, oh, come on, give me some answers on this one, and I probably should have been more patient with that character. But we did get some answers now. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that there. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy the channel, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It lets me know you like this channel and want me to keep doing it, and then I will. Thank you, everybody. Remember, I'm a fictional storyteller, not a psychic. Bear that in mind. I hope that these are always, entertaining, thought-provoking, fun, the things entertainment are supposed to be. All right, take care. Bye.